Okay, let me introduce our next SDK. This is a Publish SDK, a smart way to create smart 2D and 3D PDF files from any CAD model. My name is Viktor Kavrevsky, and team lead for this SDK is Alex Rumyantsov. Publish SDK consists of 4 different parts. First of all, well-known 2D PDF export, then 3D PDF export, PRC API, and Publish API. I'll provide some information about each of these parts. 2D and 3D PDF exports are quite well known and can be used in all EDA products to generate PDF files. You can create regular PDF files and PDF files with embedded 3D models using this export feature. Second part is the PRC API. Using PRC API, you're able to work with PSC format files. Those files then can be embedded into PDF documents like a 3D view or saved as a standalone file. But PRC API is about working with the PRC streams themselves. And Publish API is more versatile one, and it allows you to create fully customized PDF files with your own structure and design. More detail on PDF export. Actually, this is more popular export among other IDE exports, since you know PDF is in fact publishing standard now. And also, this is product independent export. It means that you need just a single model for any ODA product to perform export to PDF. Since this part PDF export is most developed and has longest story among other exports, more than 10 years of development and support. So a lot of information available on it in C++ forums and in support request. Latest feature that was added to a PDF export is a 3D view support. And also there are some limitations, but they are defined just by nature. This is just an export, so in some aspect it can be treated like a virtual printer to PDF existing model. Now let's have a look on modes which can be used while exporting to PDF. First one is just a simple wireframe mode. This is 2D mode. As you can see, just basic 2D geometry that can be seen through. So you can see lines, curves, and other primitives here. Second one is also 2D export mode, but now this is shaded mode. So picture is more realistic, but it's still a 2D. You just can see it as it. The last addition to PDF export is a 3D export mode. It produces even more realistic and beautiful 3D model that in addition can be rotated, viewed from any point. And this feature is supported by latest versions of Adobe Acrobat Reader, for example. And a few words about limitations of the export. As I said, it's defined just by nature of the product, so you can specify output parameters like output mode, paper size, some other options, but output content cannot be freely customized. As you'll see, Publish API solves this problem. Now let's get to PRC API. PRC API implementation is based on Open ISO standard, and our implementation consists about 400 classes. And also it's quite good developed API. So it allows reading, writing PRC streams, creation zone from scratch, modification existing models, also visualization and publishing supported for PRC API. And PRC API has a .NET Swig wrapper, so it can be used directly using .NET languages. No better way to start to get familiar with the PRC API and PRC format itself is just using ODA PRC debug application. So interface is quite similar to other our debug applications. On the right side, you can see the topology of the model. On the left side of main window, you can see detailed description and parameters of each item. And also the model can be visualized with this application, with a number of rendering devices. The most popular question is how to get a PRC file. Guess the first answer, you can find it on the internet. Now, a lot of models are available. It's the easiest choice. However, model PRC streamer model can be created directly using PRC API. And also, any 3D model from ODA product can be converted to PRC, like Drawny, DJ, and Beam, some others. And then PRC file can be saved as a result of this conversion. The last part of Publish SDK is Publish API. And this API is most powerful and easy to use yet. Allows you to create PDF files according to your own structure, tailored to your needs, with custom design and content. In fact, Publish API represents a PDF document constructor with the ability to create multiple-page PDF documents, which may contain, in addition to regular content, specific cut editions like 2D geometry, 3D views, UI controls on PDF pages, animation, and model inserts. Here is sample code, which shows you how it is easy to use Publish API to create a user-authored PDF file. So you need just a few strings of code just to create a document, create a page, add page to the document, add some content to the page according to your needs, and just one line to save resulting PDF file. So you can see it's very easy to use. Few words about new feature, animation. Animation can be added to PDF files in 3 different ways. First one and easiest one is using predefined templates. Second one assumes using special C++ helpers that interacts with Publish API internally. And the last one is the most complex and requires special knowledge on PRC format and PDF format, is implemented using embedded JavaScript. Model inserts. Model insert is just a 2D geometry obtained from a few major drawing formats that which ODA supports and embedded into PDF document. At this moment, we support DWG, DGN, and RFA formats that can be converted to model inserts. Optionally, they can be rotated and clipped inside the PDF document. Now we'll get to demo section. So our first demo is about user interface controls. Here's a pre-created PDF file with some content. So there is a 3D model that can be freely rotated. Below you can see a bar with predefined views. And on the right side to you, you can see the parts list. And each part can be highlighted and then selected and then highlighted on the main view. Model inserts. Here's also pre-created PDF file, and this file contains 4 pages. And the first page contains an insert of some DWG file. So the whole page is a 2D geometry snapshot of a real DWG file. It contains 4 elements, and we'll use that one in upper right corner later. So this is DWG example insert. Next one is a DGN sample insert. And finally, beam sample insert. So just simple things, one drawing, one page. And finally, 2D geometry inserts from all 3 formats on a single page. Each one is clipped, and part of DWG examples rotated as well. Now we get to the most interesting part about animation. As you can see, using C++ helpers, separate parts of the model can be animated. So more complex, interesting animations can be produced using C++ helpers. And finally, a few examples on animation created using embedded JavaScript. Adobe Acrobat, for example, has embedded JavaScript support, and it can be embedded into document using publishing API. Yeah, it's a city with heavy traffic. So SDK can be used with other ODA products to publish any CAD model. So that's it about publishing SDK. Thank you.